nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Good morning, Powers.
Morning, Beef.
And good morning, everybody out there. Thank you guys for tuning in, listening to the show. We got a great show lined up for you, as usual, per usual. In a 9 o'clock hour for the podcast broadcast, we're going to have in-studio guests representing Arizona Roller Derby. I love me some Derby girls. So we're going to get down and dirty with the Derby in the 9 o'clock hour for the podcast broadcast. Plus, at 7 o'clock, you're listening for that cue to call in for Smashing Pumpkins. Your last chance to win tickets for their show this Sunday at Ave Amphitheater. I'm going to have a full rock and roll weekend this weekend, Powers. Yeah, Friday night, I'm going to be going up to Phoenix to see my friends, the Congos, do a little homecoming show, which will be good to hang out with them. And Saturday, I don't know, maybe recover a little bit, but I know I'm doing something else that slipped my mind right now. And then Sunday, Smashing Pumpkins, hopefully. It's still not guaranteed that we're going.
I know.
You know, we have these tickets that we're giving away, and I know that you're probably thinking to yourself, like, hey, if you have tickets to give away, why not pocket a pair for yourself, bro? And that's a great idea. But unfortunately, you know, with like corporate policy and red tape and all that BS, you know, we're the last ones to get tickets. So these tickets are your tickets. And then we have to beg the label to get tickets to go to a show that we're presenting, which is very odd. And then on top of that, the Smashing Pumpkins aren't releasing an album just yet, so they don't owe any favors to the label. They only really have to like play the game with the label when they're releasing a record. Well, they're still, slowly cultivating it. They're currently on a world tour, so, releasing a new record is the last of their priorities. And, they're not working on it. So at the same time, they're getting calls from their label, and Billy Corgan's like, nah, I'm not going to answer this one. Don't need to. I'm too busy, racking up dough, doing shows across the country and running a wrestling promotion. So yes. I'll get to the label when I get to the label. And that's cool for Billy Corgan. Good for him. He's earned that. Sucks for us. So hard. So, I don't know. I might be outside the venue with binoculars. I could still hear. That's the thing about rock shows, man, especially big ones.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need tickets to go and experience it. I've told this to my friends many times. If you want to go to a show, a big show, just go. And then things happen. And, if you just have the confidence enough, sometimes you just make your way in. I'll give an example. I was saying this for Red Hot Chili Peppers back in the day. I'm like in my early 20s. Chili Peppers were coming to town. They were playing at Auction Pavilion, right? Big show. And it was like a Friday or Saturday night. And I was like, or me and my friends weren't doing anything. I'm like, let's go to the Chili Peppers show. And they're like, oh, we don't have tickets. My friend Ryan, he's always just overly worried and concerned about things. Oh, no, we're not going to go. We don't have tickets. It's going to be stupid. Rah, 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 rah. Negative. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, just trust me. Let's just go and then we'll see what happens, right? And let's have that positive frame of mind. Let's take an adventure. Let's take a risk. Worst case scenario, we're not going to get into a show that we weren't going to go to anyways, right? So we show up, and we show up shortly after the opening band. Forgot who the opening band was. I didn't even see it. And it was before the Chili Peppers even went on. And as when we show up, we're standing right there by the side gate, the VIP entrance, and a couple walks out, right? And they were there just to see the opening band. And they're like, hey, we're taking off. You want these tickets? And I'm like, yeah, actually, I do. It was immediately. I just walked up to the venue. I didn't wait longer than 2 minutes. So he gives us the tickets. We get there. We got 5th row tickets to the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wow.
Yeah, so much so that Anthony Kiedis and I are locking eyes and exchanging souls. And, we had a bond. I don't know if you recognize it, but when I interview him eventually, he'll be like, you were the guy in the 5th row in Phoenix in 2000 something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that was me. I flashed you my boobs. That's how good you did. It made me want to switch sides. You know what I'm saying, Anthony Kiedis? And I'm normally not that on that team. Not that there's anything wrong with that team.
Oh,
but
modern times.
Yeah, for Anthony Kiedis, I guess, in that moment, I was thinking to myself, why not? Right? If he showed up, got free into the concert,
yeah,
the least I could do is bang this dude. So
that's rock and roll.
Right. And I've not let my friend live it down to this day. I remind him of this show And the moral of the story, right? If you really want something in life, and it looks like you can't make it in because you didn't take the proper precautions, just showing up is the biggest step you have to do. You just have to show up.
Yeah.
And when you show up, those opportunities most times, more often than not, will present themselves. And then with rock concerts, that just happens. It's organized chaos. You think all these security guards who are independent contractors working for $9 an hour give a damn if you got a ticket or not? Not really, son. Now, this isn't good for selling tickets, but this isn't KFMA day at the same time, so we're not looking at the bottom line.
Yeah.
But the fact is, if you can't afford a ticket and you still want to see Smashing Pumpkins, I would suggest you still go there. And in the very worst case, they don't let you through the gates, but you'll still be able to hear the music in the air, baby. And that's where I'll be, too. Listening to the music in the air, not being able to see the band, but I'll see the lights glow from over on the other side of the wall. And it'll be a good time.
That is good. I'll be trying to scale the building and break into a window. I'll let you in.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you want to commit like a crime, a misdemeanor to do
It's
it.
a small misdemeanor. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I get it. It's just a fine, maybe a class, but I like to still get away with things without committing any crimes, if that's possible. The criminal element, be vegan, that was a man of his 30s. I turned that page. I'm in a different chapter now.
I got a clean record for you, buddy. So don't worry. I'll take this one.
That's true. Yeah. You can take a couple bumps from me. Yeah, work your way up.
Yeah.
Or pay your dues to be on this show. All right, two noteworthy things to mention. Last night, I went to bed around halftime of the Phoenix Suns game, and they were up by 2, and it was a close game. And I was like, oh, no, they might, go down 3-2 in this series. I woke up this morning. The Suns won 110-80
Yeah,
over the
they
Dallas Mavericks.
Blow them by 30.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So congratulations, our Phoenix Suns. One more game, and then we're on to the finals, the division finals, Western Division. And today is also National Eat What You Want Day. Or as I call it, Wednesday.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's start off the show the right way with free tickets. You want to go see Jim Jeffries? He's performing at Ava Amphitheater in August. Caller 10 right now, 600 KFMA, the 605-362 will win the first pair of tickets I'm giving away this morning. Call now and good luck. Here's Bush. Oh, wow. Echo. Yo, all right, what's up? We are joined in studio by our lovely guest, Weirdo. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
All right, Weirdo's part of, and I actually just wrote it down and then I stopped. Copper State. Is it Copper State Derby League?
It's a league now, is it correct?
Yeah.
Copper State Derby League, yes.
Yes, correct.
Okay, see? All
Well
right.
done.
Yeah, at least give me kudos when I get it right.
You wrote half the names.
Yeah. I'm like, well,
I was
wrote it down
muted.
somewhere.
It's not a big deal. I fixed
No.
it.
No,
Actually,
you have to stay muted.
Yeah. So I forgot to give you that heads up. So we could hear you because it's through the board and
Got
it
it.
says muted, but when you unmute it, then we get the echo. Good morning, everybody here on the podcast broadcast stream. We got somebody calling right now. Let's see what the deal is with that. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
This is 10.
10. What's up, 10? I seen you on the stream there.
What up,
What's going
boy?
on? How you doing?
I'm tapping in. How you been this morning?
I'm doing good. Now, Tim was on the show yesterday. We debuted As the World Burns music video. Do you know who 10 is, Weirdo?
Are you talking about As the World Burns at the Tucson Metal Society from this last Saturday?
Did you
believe
guys
so.
play this last
Yep,
Saturday?
yep.
Yes, I was there.
Yes,
It was a
we
good
did.
show.
All right, let's pretend like 10 isn't listening and give me an honest review of their set.
It was kind of they got a new meld going, and I was digging it.
Yeah,
Digging it.
The new music video is stellar too,
Right.
and the new single sounds amazing. So you still basking in the glow of that early premiere there, 10?
I loved it. I watched it a couple times.
Yeah,
I
nice.
just like seeing you actually.
Thanks. See, you know what? I've been thinking about working out, and I think that's really been helping out with my appearance on the stream.
He's been thinking about working.
Yeah. You got to mentally
I
get
like
there
it.
first. You know what I mean?
Mind over matter.
Yeah.
You know? I like it.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, you know what? Don't be surprised when I just throw that video on from time to time. So as soon as I get it uploaded correctly, one of these days.
Feel free.
Mhm.
Feel free. I'm gonna get back to work over here.
All right, brother. Well, it was good hearing from you, and we'll see you on the chat.
All right, most definitely. Talk to you soon.
All right. Take it easy.
Heck
That's
yeah.
10, everybody. So, with 10 was actually the first guest on the podcast broadcast.
Yeah, you
Him
were saying.
and Jonathan Russell. Yeah.
Is that Johnny Two Mics?
Yeah, Johnny Two Mics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they helped me test it out because I think the very next day I had some other shit going on where I'm like, I need something to test it out. I was like, come on in and let's try to do a video podcast. We did, and it worked out all right. Worked out some of the kinks there live on the air, just like I did yesterday as well.
Yeah.
I got a lot of catching up with Weirdo though. So I met Weirdo at the Mick Foley show.
Correct.
And full disclosure, I love me some Derby. I've worked with Derby gals up in Phoenix.
Okay.
And with some bank tracked action and stuff. I know you don't have bank track down here. Is that correct?
Correct. So
Yeah.
we have our flat track down here. Phoenix, the only one with the bank track in the state.
Oh no, trust me, they brag about it. They let me know. That's how I knew.
Gotcha.
Because they're like, we're the only ones with bank tracks. Check out our bank track, and the bank track is fun. But Derby itself is a mixture of professional wrestling, but with like real competition.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
like it's characters, personality, it's athleticism, it's sexy, to be honest. And it's also family fun entertainment too.
Right.
Yeah,
Which,
this one is family friendly.
Yes.
yeah, so we're gonna talk all about that with Weirdo, but let's get on and do a little tease here. We got about 5 seconds before we're live on the radio.
Got it.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here with Weirdo from the Copper State Derby Federation. Did I say that wrong?
No,
It's not
it is
Federation.
Copper State Derby League.
Oh, it's a league. It's not
Yeah.
a federation.
Now, nothing's a federation anymore.
Oh, they don't do federations
No,
anymore.
they got the F out a long time ago.
Oh, you see, that's a WWE thing. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
still call it WWF. It's fine.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, you don't say it around this guy. He might nerd out on you.
It's all right.
Yeah. So we're gonna be hanging out with Weirdo. We're gonna talk about their event that they have happening this Friday the 13th, which is this
Nope.
Friday.
The day after Friday.
day
Oh, the
Saturday.
day after,
But-
Saturday the 14th.
Yes. Here's why you're thinking Friday the 13th, because it's Jason Voorhees versus Freddy themed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna break that down. What that means, what Weirdo's gonna dress as, like how much paint you're gonna involve or masks. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we're stoked about the event. We're gonna buzz about that. And coming up next, we have our Florida man story of the day, but it's a Florida woman
Mhm.
who used urine as a weapon. And I think this is fitting, leading into our Friday edition of Spit or Swallow with Austin, where he may or may not drink his own urine. So
Mhm.
we'll do our Florida man story next after Foo Fighters. But first, here's Five Finger Death Punch with I'm a Little Bit Off right here on Rock 102.1 KFMA. And that's not the name of the song. It's A Little Bit Off. I'm nervous around Weirdo. Can you tell?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Clear. All right. Clear. There you go.
You just keep on.
Yeah, you keep 'em on.
Oh, keep in mind.
Yeah, so I switch it up. I mean, I put it to where you could hear the music and then not hear the music and
Gotcha.
everything else. So, this was the song. I do have it queued up where I have the audio for As the World Burns, their single from yesterday.
Yeah.
Which I could always play, but you can hear the production value in this. It's a radio single. And I'm stoked, because, I mean, I've heard Jonathan Russell's music before, and he's had, with radio singles been hit or miss. Some of them are like, yeah, I could play this on the radio, and some are like, nah, I mean, that's a good album track. So they went. So you saw them this Saturday?
I
What was the
did.
show?
I did. So we went to the Metal de Mayo.
Metal de Mayo. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
over at House of Bards. And
Nice.
it was Theocide and Mexican metal band. I can't think of their name.
Yeah, what are you doing over there, Powers?
Where's your mouse? You can click that and see
Oh.
all the comments.
Oh,
Yes.
people are interacting.
Yeah, people are interactive.
Interesting.
And oh yeah, Rick said this earlier, and I'm glad you picked up on that. He's like, Beef talking shit about me again
Yeah.
this morning.
69.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking shit about you. I was giving you a shout out, Rick, because I had who was it, Albert?
Yeah.
Who wanted to be listener number 72.
72.
And I'm
Why?
like, I looked and I'm like, okay, yeah, 72's open. And he's like, yeah, you know I want 72, right? And I'm like, no, Albert, why? And he's like, because it's 69 with 3 fingers. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, they
that's
called him Creepy Rick. So, yeah, sorry, Rick. That's just how it goes.
Mhm.
Also, I love Rick's like, wasn't the WWE better when Vince Sr. ran? Yeah, back in the 70s is when wrestling was. That's even like pre Hulk Hogan. He's like, that Hulk Hogan, who's he? He'll never get off the ground.
right.
That's ridiculous.
That's a
Rick.
very like hipster
Yeah.
statement
right.
there.
That's
Just trying to be-
ridiculous, is
Yes.
what that is.
Well, and Vince Sr. didn't think that WrestleMania was going to take off
Right,
either. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it totally did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Are you a wrestling fan, Weirdo, being
I am.
into Derby? Yeah. So you've
I am.
always, so did you grow up being just a fan of professional wrestling and Derby, or did you become a fan of Derby later?
So I became a fan of Derby later, but definitely this is my version of like, I get to be Lita and be a WWE diva and the whole shaboozle. But yeah, I mean, I started watching probably, when I was real young, early 90s with my dad, and then went all the way through. In fact, I'm rewatching the Attitude Era now on that streaming service, and I think I just watched the Hell in the Cell match.
Oh, I just watched that. Yeah, I watched that.
You're talking about the Mankind Undertaker Hell in the
Yes.
Cell match? Yeah.
I
He's
watched
broken
that.
in half.
It's by God is my witness. I just watched that the day that we saw McFoley to like rewatch that.
Yeah.
night. What a
Right.
spectacle!
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
you waited till after seeing McFoley live? Did you
She's
watch
going
it?
in order.
I'm going in order, and I knew that I
Oh.
was like two Monday Night Raws away from King of the Ring 98. So I was like, you know what, just keep going through. And that I stopped what I was doing and I just watched it. I felt like I was 12 again, and it was fantastic.
It's
That's
like scary
dedication.
even watching that match again.
No, it is.
It's
I mean,
wild.
Yeah, it's a terrifying match, and legendary, and
Right.
obviously, 30 years later, almost, we're still talking about it.
Right?
And Mick Foley can do an entire tour just talking about that night.
He
Yep.
did.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, which is insane. So you've been watching as dedication. You've been watching every Raw and every pay-per-view
And then-
in order.
Correct. And then when I get to 99 and they add the SmackDowns in, I will do that. And then my partner has been watching WCW in
That's
the
the
same
best.
order. And then when we get to 2001, we will combine and actually watch them together.
There you go. They're having the Monday Night Wars in their home.
Correct.
So you've been watching them separately?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. We don't actually
Why?
watch anything together. It's kind of funny. We're in the same thing. I'm like, did you watch this episode? He's like, no, not yet. I'm like, well, now we can't talk about it.
Right.
Catch up.
Wow.
Get with it.
Wow.
Stop teaching kids.
I mean, it's an odd bond. It's an odd bond, but it's also not bonding whatsoever
No.
because you are
No.
literally in two different rooms watching two different wrestling products
Correct.
at the same time.
From
Right.
the 90s.
Weird.
It's
But
amazing.
we got the 5-year-old in on it too, and he loves Kane. He's like, I love the guy in the red. Go Kane. 'Cause
Yes.
Then of course after Mick Foley and Undertaker, it was Stone Cold
That's
Steve Austin
gotta
versus
be
Kane.
Kane.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's like, I want Kane to win, and I'm like, I want Steve Austin to win.
Yeah.
And then he'll go and watch Eddie Guerrero because my 5-year-old loves to say because nobody gets up from the frog splash. I'm like, that
No.
is correct, sir.
So tell me what the similarities are between professional wrestling and Derby.
So with our derby, we do have rules, we do have penalties, we do have those kinds of things. So there's not like elbow drops or anything else, but there's jumps, there's spins, there are some huge takedowns. Even when I take high blocks all the time because I'm really short and I grab my face and I'll yell up maybe a cuss word to draw that penalty and be a little dramatic with it. Or when we call off our jams, the jammers got to tap their hips and I get pretty dramatic with it. I might throw in a DX suck it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's good to go.
Nice. Yeah. No, there are what is it, two positions, or so you essentially have like a person that's the ball, and then you have a bunch of blockers.
Kind of, you have the
Yeah, I'm doing
jammer.
this right.
Correct,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
jammer.
jammers.
The
The
jammer
jammer-
scores points.
And they have the star on their helmet. So that way you
Yes.
know who they are.
Right.
Right.
Are you a jammer?
I am.
Okay, nice. So what's your score ratio, or how many points have you scored? Do you keep tally on that? Like
You
there's
look
gotta
at
be.
me like I'm a professional. Like I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah.
We have something called jamnesia. So literally you get done with a jam and 30 seconds later, somebody's like, that was awesome. You're like, I have no idea. Try him out. I just got to go back out in another minute.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, and just skate my ass off.
We'll just watch the video later. It'll be good.
Okay.
You got to enter a fugue state.
There's no
Correct.
jamming statisticians,
There
somebody's got to
is.
be keeping track of this.
I mean, there is at the higher levels when you really start talking, Women's Flat Track Derby Association organization and their rankings and point differentials. But we just have fun for us. We are just rec. We are only in state. So, I mean, maybe we'll get fancy enough. And now that we have, Powers over here, we might be able to figure it out.
Yeah, Power's
that.
going to be an announcer. He's going to be part of the program
Calling
happening
that
this
action.
Saturday.
Yes.
I might dress like Jason Voorhees.
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
so excited. I got a
That's
friend
true.
that's doing like blood on me. I'm going to have shorts that say in your dreams because I am Team Freddy.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
nice.
My-
That's very
yeah.
fitting. That's
I'm,
very
gonna-
fitting.
I'm looking up as many like puns and references as I can get. It's like, oh, these Dream Warriors don't stand a chance
Oh, I'm
tonight.
so excited.
Like things like that, all that stuff. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
wait.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're actually going to call our penalty box like Elm Street or something, like stay out of Elm Street.
There
You
you
don't want to
go.
go there. So,
Nice,
fun.
nice. That's awesome. All right, we're on in 20 seconds. We'll do some radio fodder with a Florida man story, a Florida woman.
Oh, I'm
In
excited.
case of today, yeah.
Excited.
I like the bag on Florida around here.
All right.
This one, this one has to do with urine, which is always a good time.
I mean,
Yeah. So, and I have a mugshot to share as well. So you get to see this lady in all her glory. So,
Ooh.
yeah, let's get on. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. It is 9:14. I got a Florida man story to share with you, but it's Florida woman. So Powers, when I play the intro song, I need you to just say "what" before every time he says "man." Okay,
I'm on it.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Florida man, catch an alligator in the trash can. If you can't do it, no one can. Come on now, Florida man.
There you go. Excellent job. So the Florida man today is a 57-year-old named Christine. She got upset on Sunday when she noticed that a neighbor's chicken had pooped on her back patio.
Oh.
Yeah, chickeness.
Ah.
Nobody likes that. It's difficult to clean up, and it's gross.
Yeah.
Especially, the back patio of your trailer, you want to keep that pristine.
Well, that's where you want to sit.
Yeah, and I'm assuming she lives in a trailer. So she went inside. She got a bucket of pee from her bathroom. This is why I'm assuming she...
What?
Why are we hoarding urine? Like, why?
Maybe we're not. Maybe that is her indoor plumbing. It's a bucket.
Yeah.
All right. This is Florida. So again, I'm assuming it's a trailer. Maybe it's a cave. So she got her bucket of pee from the bathroom, walked out on the back patio, and then threw the full bucket of pee at the neighbor. The bucket hit him in the face.
Oh.
And the content spilled, and he was drenched. So essentially, she nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had a plan. She executed that plan flawlessly.
Yeah.
That's some good
Yikes.
aim.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently.
Yeah. You're just like, good thing I have 3 days worth of pee just waiting for
Oh.
you in a bucket in the
Lord.
bathroom. Now, police were called. They arrested Christine along with her boyfriend, who was allegedly threatening the neighbor while the police was there. So that's a little bonus. And then Christine has since been released after posting a $500 bond. Police say the neighbor was in pain and smelled of urine,
Oh.
but he'll be fine. So there's no answer for the obvious question why Christine had a full bucket of pee in her bathroom in the first place, but the arrest report does state that it happened at a mobile home park. So we were right on all of it.
There we go.
So for that, I'm going to share this mugshot, and that makes you a Florida man, Christine. Congratulations.
Whoa.
Yeah, excellent job. And looking at the mugshot, you're like,
Oh.
she kind of looks like a Florida man as well.
She certainly
so
does.
Bonus.
I mean, she just didn't do her makeup for the mugshot. It's fine.
No.
We'll be back with more Be Vegan Presents right after this. Keeping the conversation going on the podcast broadcast. Join us on the Facebook page or youtube.com/Be Vegan. Clear. All right. So, yeah, that's gnarly.
I just like the couples bonding that happened because the boyfriend also had to be arrested. I mean, he was trying to support her.
Yeah.
Just
He has to because he's like, I know where the bucket of poo is. So if I don't back up her, who do you think is going to get bucket number 2? Right.
Brilliant.
Thank
what's
you.
more insulting? The fact that she hit him in the face with the bucket and then it spilled.
Yeah.
Like that was just insult to injury.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
She thought about this too for a long time. To execute it on the first attempt, it's not easy to do. First off, a guy sees a bucket coming, the guy's going to move.
Right.
But yeah, she knew exactly what she was going to do. It was impressive. Did we record the polyamorous couple? I guess we did not.
I was reading that this morning.
Yeah, you were reading that, huh?
Yeah, I was sort of checking it out. So
Yeah, I posted it on here. This is weird. We just talked about it on the air. I'll pull it up real quick. I put the link on my Be Vegan Facebook page because we want to look at the family as well. So the backstory is there was, poly relationships is a pretty common thing nowadays, right?
yeah, it's becoming more and more common.
Absolutely. And so you have that, but this is a rarity in 2 poly couples end up moving in together.
Correct.
And then raising their family together
Right.
as one big happy smashing family. And things got complicated when these 2, the women, got pregnant and they don't know who the dad is, nor do they want to know. Right. And I have a theory on this. I'm very pessimistic when I'm looking at this. Right.
All right. All right.
I'll tell
Let's
you
hear
why.
the theory.
Okay, so first and foremost, yes, as happy as this couple looks, the 4 of them, and they switch every single night. The 2 women, they have their own bedroom, and then guys basically just switch bedrooms every night.
I mean, having my own bedroom sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I do love that idea.
Right, yeah, but I mean,
No,
but-
it's you and the lady. So you don't
Oh,
have your own bedroom.
even
You and
better.
the lady.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Even better.
Yeah.
the guys take turns, whether it's an odd or even night, apparently.
yes.
I mean, everybody has their system, has their schedule.
Ridiculous.
Right. But here's the problem that I see with this. In this cohabiting situation, there's still a scenario where somebody's going to be like one of these guys is going to be the more dominant guy, right? As Powers would put it, now that he's into BDSM, somebody's going to be the daddy. And if I'm looking at the picture right now, I'm going to go with the guy with hair. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
but-
it's the bearded guy, like,
Right.
with the real beard. He looks very happy, but doesn't know where to look in a photo.
So whether it's competition or not, or like a spoken competition, both these women got pregnant. Okay. Now, ideally, it would be say the boyfriend getting you pregnant because they both, those couples each share a biological kid to begin with.
Right.
All right. So now they have 2 more kids are throwing into the mix, which is fine because there's 4 of them to take care of the 4 of them. But
I think ideally you'd want the opposite partner to have knocked you up, so you have this
100%.
perfectly
Right.
mixed family.
Right. But here's a scenario I'm assuming is going to happen. It's somebody had dominant sperm in this situation, and it could be that one person knocked both girls up.
Yes.
That is a true possibility.
Right.
Yes, and that would be problematic in a way, right?
Well, and the dudes, the boyfriends, the husbands, whatever, they don't look similar.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
No.
so it's gonna maybe possibly become a bit obvious as as those little ones. And I think I was reading, right, like the kids are only like a couple months apart too. Like, so at one point they were pregnant together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So initially, I think the first girl got pregnant in, I think, November, and then the second one got pregnant in March. So
Okay.
That's a
yeah,
while.
yeah. I mean, but
Okay.
still,
A little
not-
bit of overlap, but
Yeah, and then here's the kids. Here's
Oh, look
the
at him.
son just saying like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?"
These people,
I can't handle this.
help me. Oh my goodness.
Or maybe not. Maybe he's just an awkward kid.
That's really funny because you can tell which kid belongs to whom 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
That's hilarious.
But I mean, if they're happy and it's
Oh, I
consensual and
agree.
everybody
And-
knows, like it's a good thing.
Sure, but when they actually have the kids and then one of them's like, no, I'm happy. That's fine. It's fine. I'm going to secretly get the DNA tested because I need to know. You're going to have trouble.
You're
Fair
gonna have
enough.
curiosity for sure.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
Someone's going to do a secret DNA test and one day in a fight, they're going to be like, well, you know what? And
You're
it's
not
gonna
my
come
real
out.
dad.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
And so the guys' names are Sean and Tyler, and I'm trying to guess. I'm like, okay, so which one's gonna be the prominent one, the alpha of this whole foursome? And in all honesty, I think the kids are very telling in knowing who ranks where because they call Sean daddy and Tyler dad.
Okay.
Right? So I think whoever got the title daddy is the king of the mountain.
That's right.
I would assume.
Fair enough. But how
Oh,
is
these
it
people.
much different than like step parent situation and primary parent situation? Because like I do know friends that like, the kids call, everybody dad and mom or mommy dad, like
Sure.
Yeah.
there's, because the kids get to determine, who they're going to give that respect to. So
Sure. I think
I
it's
mean,
the living together. They
the
live
li-
together as
fair
a
enough.
big
Yeah.
family the whole time. So
Yeah,
mean-
I have a baby's mom, and she has a fiance, and I assume they do it. It doesn't bother me, and yeah, I don't live there, so I don't see it, I don't hear it. It's not the room next door. But I mean, it's a fair trade. I
Yeah.
mean, I can see the appeal to that. A little bit of variety, not
Right.
too much variety.
right. Because it's ridiculous to think that one partner is going to fulfill all your needs. Because
Yeah.
that's too much. And so you do have all that. I do have a little bit of knowledge about poly. And
How much knowledge?
yeah, go on. Speak slower.
Speak slower.
Yeah.
Do you want me to drop it
Did you
down?
experiment
There
with
we
the
go.
poly lifestyle?
Maybe.
Okay,
and,
but it did not work out in the long
It
run.
is currently working out.
Okay,
there
okay,
you
so
go.
currently
there
poly.
you go. So
Right.
yeah, and I love to see the representation. There's some new shows coming out, and we'll see how that happens. But it forces you to deal with jealousy. It really does. It forces you to address it and see where the issues come from. We really are in a broom closet because there's a gnat in my face.
Yeah, no, that's been bothering me all morning long. I apologize, but
No, it's all good. So
I blame Razor. I think he brought it in. But
Bastard.
yeah, speaking of, you said something about like being real. You're going to be on a reality TV show, or you have been on?
No,
a
I
reality
was on
TV
a
show?
reality TV show.
TLC. So what was the name of that show again?
It was called Four Weddings.
Yeah. So did you have a poly wedding?
No, no,
Four
no,
weddings
no,
at
no.
once.
We were
Yeah.
not poly at that time.
Okay.
So no, we oh crap, I just realized my family might watch this. Hi.
Surprise.
So
There we go.
Did this show already aired though, right?
Yeah, so it already aired. So yeah, no, it was me and my primary partner Chris, and we just were on the show, and it was really cool. We got to showcase Tucson a lot. It was me and 3 other brides. We got to like rate each other's wedding, and whoever won got to win, the the honeymoon. We got very last place, which I just laughed about because I had friends that showed up to our wedding in full regalia because we got married on the same night as All Souls procession, and our theme was Day of the Dead.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
And
that's
so
fun.
one of the brides who was fundamentalist Christian, so that was fun.
Oh,
And
right.
yeah, it was good. I was like, oh my God, is that blood? I'm like, oh, it's
are you
makeup.
the devil?
Oh
Nah.
my God. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Like I was fascinated by like all the behind the scenes stuff, and we just talked to the audio and video guys. And
Are
that's
you
it.
still married to this guy?
I am.
Okay,
We've been
nice.
together almost 8 years.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations on that. I'm
Thank
trying
you.
to pull up this clip right now. The 4 weddings. It's got to be on YouTube, right?
Yeah, sure, maybe. Our episode was called "And Getting Mama Down the Aisle." It was season 10, episode 3, I think.
There you
Okay,
go.
season 10. Yeah, you know. Let's see.
I do.
Season
I just
10,
haven't talked about it in a
episode
while.
3. Yeah. Let's see what I could show. Episode 3.
See, everyone's told me I got to get on a reality show.
I think you do.
I think I'd do good. People tell me I should be on Big Brother.
Oh my
Uh,
God, that would be phenomenal.
I think first off, the politics would kick you out immediately. I think, if you came in super hot and energetic,
Yeah.
you have to live with these people. I think that would make you a target, and they would quickly vote you out of the
I'm
house.
the most fun guy.
No,
I'm
no,
the funnest
see-
guy. I'll last a few rounds.
You're a fun guy to be around in doses. To live with you.
In
Yeah. To live with you. I'm saying for a group of people who
Listen.
aren't used to guys who would airbrush their entire face on their clothing. Yeah, I mean, you're a character,
Yeah.
right? Which is super entertaining to watch.
You have
Not to live
also
with.
hung out with. See, the problem is we have to hang out more. He only hangs out when there's a microphone around, so I got to be some sort of on. And then on these car trips, I like to tell him stories, and he's like, "I'm just trying to listen to the radio."
Right.
So he doesn't hang out with me
Yeah.
really enough.
That's bullshit. I hang out with you a
is
lot,
what it is.
and I don't mind it.
more though, even more.
You're saying I need to hang out with you even more?
Have we ever just sat and watched a television show? I think we did that once for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Every single time we hang out, it's let's host the hockey game. Hey, we're calling wrestling. Hey, we're doing this. We're on.
Right.
So he gets me at like, let's go.
Like full
Be
volume,
funnier.
right.
It's 6 a.m. Hurry up.
Right.
It's some of that.
Yeah, I get that, but sometimes after like 6 hours, I got my fill for the next 48 hours, and I like to do things by myself as well. I like to be in my own head and not always, be talking.
Yeah, but again, my point is, if we hung out more, I do also take downtime. Can you believe it? Yes,
I
I
don't believe it.
sometimes
I don't
don't
believe it.
say a word.
No, that's you probably talk in your sleep.
I actually do,
There you go.
and I do talk to objects, and I talk around the house.
hmm
I like to talk to myself out loud. That's how
Yeah.
you get things.
You're
done.
talking right now.
I am.
But of course, that's okay because it's a podcast.
That's
so-
a podcast. I should be talking.
Who listens to podcasts
Right, so-
anymore?
But we are talking with Weirdo here, of course, about the event that's happening, which I thought was ideally going to be on Friday the 13th, but you didn't lock down that day, huh?
No. Saturdays seem to be better for us to host the Derby games.
Yeah,
People work till 6.
that's true.
Yeah.
Where's it at in town?
So we're actually at Eric Michael Ogden Skate Park, which is next to Catalina High School at Pima and Palo Verde.
Okay.
It is an outdoor space because we're still building. We only started this league last July, so that's where we're at, and we're figuring it out. And I mean, last event we're pretty sure we had about 100 spectators, and we didn't do any flyers. It was all social media, and like I said, we're brand new.
Yeah, nice.
We're brand new, so yeah, you just got to park in the neighborhood. Just please be respectful of people's mailboxes and driveways. I'm sure the neighborhood's loving us right now, but
Well,
sorry.
Just go give them some free tickets.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're doing this thing down the street.
I know, it's fine. I mean, well, I pulled up for practice the other night and did street legal parking. Some lady came out to her thing, was like, "Get the F out of here." And I'm like, "Street legal parking, okay, goodbye." And then we came back after practice. She starts filming us. I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna film you too. Like, what are we doing?"
Oh,
right.
geez.
I
Oh,
can't-
you had a Karen moment.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Yeah.
fine. It's, we're just trying to do the thing, and we're just trying to get a bunch of good folks together to just come and be awesome to each other and build each other up and learn a new sport. And, and just, I mean, we had a great practice last night, which I'm stoked on because I get to play this weekend. So, and watching all my new skaters, because I coach the new skaters, and watching them all learn everything they need to learn and have their aha moments and celebrate with them. And that is a lot of fun because it's hard to put on 8 wheels on your feet and then do some shit. Like, it's hard.
For
It
sure.
is.
All right, we got 23 seconds before we go on.
Good, I got my cuss word in. Cool.
Yeah,
Good, good, good.
exactly. Yeah, I was podcasting. So, we'll be back to radio language here in about
Right.
15 seconds. I'm going to show these flyers here of what we got going on for this bout that's happening
So
this
proud
Saturday.
of these flyers. They came out
Yeah,
amazing.
these are gorgeous.
Yeah, that's Roadkill. That's one of our
All right,
well, hopefully
2
she'll be
seconds.
coming on.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out with Weirdo here as we're talking all things Arizona Derby. And you want to shout out who made these flyers that I'm about to show on the podcast broadcast stream? Who made these?
Yeah, so this
They
is
look good.
Roadkill.
Roadkill.
Yeah, it does really great. She's a phenomenal artist. She helps me out because I try to be fancy with all this, but I have no knowledge of it.
Yeah.
And I just kind of gave her the specs and the ideas, and she rolled with it, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. So the Copper State Derby League is presenting the Freddy versus Jason night. So that's the theme. It's Team Freddy versus Team Jason, which I love this theme idea. And it's happening May 14th at 7 p.m. And it's also benefits the Tucson Food Bank, which I think is fantastic as well. So how are people going to be able to hook up the Tucson Food Bank by going to this event?
So I think it's the Community Food Bank of Arizona, Southern Arizona. Basically, we are giving half our entry cost to them directly. We are also doing, you can vote for your favorite player on each team. So our fan favorite awards, it costs $1 per vote, but that will completely go to the Community Food Bank. And then we are also collecting non-perishable items. At the event.
Yeah, good. So you could bring in, do you get a discount if you bring some canned foods or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's already so cheap.
Yeah,
it is. I know. It's only $5
a person.
I told him to double it. And there she's like, no, I want the people. And I'm like, the people? Bah! I care about Lincolns and Benjamins.
No, it's great because there'll be vendors there, merch there, snack bar, and it's family fun event.
Correct.
And then how many ladies are on each team?
So it's not just ladies. We are we are an all gender derby league.
Wait a second.
Yes.
You're saying there's going to be full grown dudes just slamming into jammers and flying them off. That seems unfair.
No, not
can I sign up? No.
Absolutely, you can sign up.
No, I'm just kidding. I get my ass kicked. I totally would.
Yeah.
I win it. But so you're saying that's not unfair?
No, it's not, because everybody starts the same. Some people might have some skate experience before they get into their fresh meat or their new skater program. We personally call ours the baby bats because we are all Arizona and desert themed.
Right.
Everybody starts at the same level of learning how to do this and building that strength, and depending on how much time you're putting in the gym or off skates workouts will build your strength. There's going to be jerks everywhere, whether you are a female and non-binary, male, it doesn't matter. There's jerks everywhere. But I have found that there are far more amazing people, and that they just want to come and they want to do the awesome thing.
They keep it fair in the competition and fun and friendly, as opposed to cutthroat and try to knock your head off.
Higher level. We don't do that. We are a rec league. We just stay in the state. We host these theme mashups. We'll eventually have a competitive team once the Arizona State Conference returns, because COVID did its thing. So we're all the leagues in Arizona are slowly coming back.
Help me dispute this stereotype, because with Derby, I immediately think like booty shorts and fishnets. Are guys going to be wearing that?
I mean, they have.
Nice.
There's a huge convention every year called RollerCon. They do a drag kings versus drag queens. That's a really high level game. But I mean, some players still play with the booty shorts and fishnets. I do. I feel very empowered when I do that.
Absolutely.
Other players, they like to keep it with just like a jersey and some leggings or some basketball shorts. It really is open to just, you make Derby what you want to get out of Derby.
Right.
And that's why I love it. So some people go more for the sport angle. Some people go more for the kind of theatrics,
spectacle. Yeah.
Right. And I do both. I love both. I love to be able to be strong and powerful, but also, be dramatic and
right, entertain and compete. And
I just want to throw in quick. Also, don't doubt some of these Derby gals. They're tanks.
Yeah.
So I've seen plenty of guys that can't take down a Derby girl.
Correct.
That's true.
Correct.
That's true.
And I'm small and I'm bony. I've been told that, I might not have the same amount of power as somebody that maybe weighs 100 pounds more than me, but I got those bony shoulders, man. I'll leave some bruises.
Oh, nice. And one last question. Have you always been good at roller skating, or is something you had to develop when you signed up for this league?
I grew up playing sports. I also grew up rollerblading. Actually, I switched to quad skates as an adult. I grew up skating around on the loop before it was the loop.
Yeah.
Oh. So I did the overnight skate country things, and oh man, I was a cool 90s blader kid.
Nice.
But yeah, and then I switched to quad skates in my 20s, and then so I had some things going for me and that natural athletic ability, but otherwise, I had to learn from scratch, and there was some hard days. I go back and look at some of my stuff from when I started skating 4 years ago, and I'm like, wow, I've come a long way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking with Weirdo from the Copper State Derby League. They're presenting the roller derby bout, which is Freddy versus Jason this Saturday. It's at Eric Michael Ogden Skate Park. And it's $5 for adults, $3 for kids, and free for 4 and under. There'll be food and merch there as well. We're going to continue the conversation on the podcast broadcast where Weirdo is going to face off against Powers in a round of the last word.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about some derby do's and don'ts. And of course, Weirdo said drop some knowledge about polyamorous lifestyle.
Oh,
and
thanks.
obviously, I have more questions on that. That's on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your beef tip after this. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
I love how this has turned into that. That's great.
I know.
You
well, it's
brought it
like,
up.
yeah, you brought it up.
I mean,
What's
It's like, oh yeah, this is really interesting and everything. I mean, it's representation though. Like
It is good.
it does need to happen. I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? And different partners and things. It's a navigation, man.
Who brought up the idea of being polyamorous?
Oh
Was
my
it you
gosh,
or your husband?
I'm supposed to come on and to promote roller derby, and
This
I
is
just-
This is
promoting
going to
it.
put butts on the
I
seats.
cannot keep. I'm trying to be that mysterious, sexy lady, and I just cannot keep my mouth shut. That's the issue.
That's what makes a lady sexy sometimes.
I may have.
Yeah,
been the
so
one
you
to do
brought
it.
it up. So was it initially difficult for your husband to be on board, or
No.
he was like, yeah, that's a great
No,
idea,
because I came out as bisexual after we got together,
right?
and then he was like, go explore that because that's a part of you, and
Absolutely.
you should be able to do those things, and just don't lie. Like, hopefully, I get to meet these people, whatever. But it's not that glamorous. It's a lot of talking on Tinder and a lot of disappointments,
Right, because it's
Yeah.
still dating.
It's
It's
still
still trying to
dating.
make
Of
dating
course it's
happen.
dating.
And it narrows it down because once you say you're poly, some people are like, no, I'm not with that. So
Right.
so it's a lot of communication. It's a lot of because a lot of people just think it's like just orgies all day. I'm like, God, no,
No.
not even close.
It's definitely
Oh.
relationships. I thought
Yeah.
I was poly when I was single, and then I got in a relationship, and I'm like, I'm not that poly, actually.
Right.
Yeah. So it's something that the idea of it is fascinating, but it takes a lot of strength and
Yeah.
security within your partner to be
Right.
able to pull it off and
Right.
and make it a fun experience for both.
Right. Right.
Have you ever had anybody that you involved in a poly relationship, male or female, end up getting feelings a little too much to where you had to say, okay, you need to pump the brakes because I'm still in love with my partner here?
No, we've never had that situation of anybody like trying to like come in between us or break us up or anything because like that's just something you stay. I'm like, this is my primary partner. Like, there's a reason I put the word primary. Like, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And I think that's just good cum etiquette, not to do it in between you. But that's neither here nor there. Earlier this morning, we
Good
did
God.
our F My Life. We'll
I'm
be right
slowly
back.
regretting all my
with
life
the last
decisions.
word.
Oh, welcome to the show.
Right
You wanted
after
to be
this.
here.
All right, we'll be
Did you
right
get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
It is awkward. Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's time for your F My Lives. These are unfortunate situations emailed to me in mornings at beefvegan at KFMA.com. Subject line F My Life. Jesus. Again, sometimes I'll slip into that old email address. Is there an old email address that you guys always remember that you accidentally type in when you're filling out a resume or something? For whatever reason, I don't think I'll ever forget that email address. It was
Fine.
an easy one. All right, let's get into our F My Life emails, shall we? Of course, you can call us if you have one you care to share on the air at 600 KFMA. Here's our first one. Today, my neighbors left me for a 9-month excursion. They didn't left him. They just left for a 9-month excursion.
Mhm.
And they armed their security system. One of the features is a loud series of 3 beeps every 3 seconds, 24 hours a day. I can hear it clear as a bell throughout my entire house. Emmanuel sent me that one.
That's horrible. F my life.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go mad before 8-9 months. Within a month, you're gonna be screaming for the sweet release of death. All right, next F My Life was sent to me by Bill. Said today I had pizza for lunch, a cheesy burrito, and cheese rice for dinner, topped off with a big bowl of ice cream. 3 hours later, I puked it all up. I guess you never outgrow lactose intolerance.
No, you don't.
F My Life for Bill.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. I used to fall victim to that a lot.
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you know what it
Spaghetti-
would do to you.
Yeah, spaghetti for dinner, ice cream for dessert, disaster later.
I know. The same thing for me when eating cereal with milk, and I would wake up in the middle of the night. Terrible ass reflux. I would do it every single night. All right, next up, my life situation sent to me by Stacy. Said, today I stopped at the gas station to fill up my tank and get some snacks. I paid the cashier, then got back in my car, totally forgetting to pump the $50 worth of fuel I prepaid for.
Oh.
Yes. Too bad I didn't realize until my car came to a sputtering stop about a mile down the road.
Jeez.
Yeah. Super F my life?
Yes.
Yes.
You don't want to waste that money or your time, and it looks like that's a lot of it.
Hell yeah. Super F my life, Stacey. Not too many people get the Super F my life. So congratulations on that. 2 more left real quick. LaTanya sent me this one. Said, today my boyfriend told me he hoped I don't get pregnant because he'd have to dump me to escape fatherhood. Thinking he was making an insensitive joke about my single pregnant sister, I asked how many women he dumped for falling pregnant. He looked at me dead in the eye and said, 4.
Oh, jeez.
F my life for LaTanya?
Yeah. You don't want anyone knocking on the door.
Yeah, man. Start taking birth control immediately. You know what's going to happen. Final F my life of the day sent to me at beefegan@kfma.com. Oscar sent me this email and said, last night I could hear my roommate masturbating loudly and asking himself if he likes it. And replying.
Fun. And there would have been nowhere for him to skate when he aged up because
Well, hell
he's
yeah.
in the junior program.
No, that's really good.
Yeah.
Again, it's good that you got all this inclusivity and that it's
Right.
working. And it makes sense because it's not like we're the Yankees and we're the Red Sox, so
Right.
it's personal. Like, no,
Right.
people there having fun.
Right.
That's the tail end of the conversation, so we'll catch people up.
Right.
But since by hearing this music, you know what time it is. Time to play a round of the last word. I
Cool.
caught you up on what it is. There's 3 categories. We
I
actually
wasn't
did
paying
them
attention.
earlier. Well, we'll see how well you do. You're
It's like
going
a
on.
verbal
Just gonna
hot
wing
potato.
it. Just winging it today is really working out for me.
Yeah, you're
I
doing
want
good.
I want a T-shirt that says that.
Verbal
it's like
hot
a
potato?
verbal hot potato.
Yeah, I
Verbal
like
hot
that.
potato. All right.
All right, so and in the best of 3 rounds, we'll win the game. So I'm going to give you a category. You're going to give an answer. Power's going to give an answer back. You're going to go back and forth giving acceptable answers. Whoever has the last acceptable answer in before the 30 seconds runs out
I gotcha.
wins the round.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. So here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question. And Weirdo, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
Okay. Because you're our guest.
All right.
Now, you heard of WrestleMania.
Yes.
Okay. Name something you like doing and then end it with mania and go.
Derby Mania.
Derby Mania. Yes.
Missionary mania.
All right, Missionary Mania. Such a daddy. All right, Weirdo.
Oh, it's all Weirdo Mania.
Weirdo Mania. You like doing yourself.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right.
I know how to take care of me.
Oh, Skatomania.
Skate Mania. Okay.
Skate- Mania.
Knock off of that.
Tucson Mania.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Monster Truck Mania.
Okay.
Radio Mania.
Ah!
Close.
Unfortunately, yes, you ran out of time there, Weirdo. So I'm going to give the first point to Powers. All right. So, Powers, you're going to go first in this next round. Name something you wouldn't want to be caught doing in the nude and go.
Rick.
Oh,
Okay, Rick. Yeah. You want to do him fully clothed.
driving.
Driving. Okay.
Oh, getting caught in the nude doing trying to open a bottle that you can't open.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's weird muscles happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Bad naked.
Weed whacking.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Whacking my no, I do want to be naked doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm trying to think of a chore. Picking a
Oh, ran out of time. Looks like Weirdo got that round. It's all tied up going into
All
sudden death. Real quick question, Weirdo. Have you ever driven naked?
No, but I just know that it's very illegal, and I would like not to get pulled over. That's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
I don't
illegal
need
to
that in my
drive
life.
naked?
It is illegal to drive naked.
Oh, my
yeah.
ex-husband's on the freaking comment thread. What
Dun,
I
dun,
do?
dun.
Dun dun dun. That's my 2 oldest dad, and my oldest skates. too.
Oh, what
Nice.
up,
My
baby
oldest-
daddy? Right. That's nice. It's good that you have a good relationship with them.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to have a good relationship with them? Be honest.
I mean, it was a minute. We were young. I mean, we were 17 and 19. We had kids and
Wow.
married at 18 and like divorced by 19. So, I mean, we were young. It took a minute, but we do it all right now. You know, we got 2 oldest, 18 and 16. So,
right? And
Okay.
I had the same experience and stuff because I have a daughter, and yeah, it took about 6 years or so. They had to get past a lot of things
Right.
for it to be like civil and cool now.
Right.
All right, so
It's all about the kids.
oh yeah, that's funny because Kyle's on the stream all the time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I like Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Oh,
Kyle.
she's a rock star mom. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, nice.
Appreciate it.
All right, so it's all tied up.
Oh,
Sudden
yeah,
death.
we're doing something.
Yes,
Yes.
we're playing the last word. Okay,
Got
so
it.
Weirdo got a round and Powers got a round. So it's all about this final round. Whoever
right.
wins this wins the game and bragging rights. All right, so I need you, since you guys are both fans of professional wrestling, I need you to make a name for a wrestler by using a verb, like the Smasher. Weirdo, you go first
All right.
and go.
All right. No, I've just suddenly blanked about what verbs are.
An action.
The runner,
The runner,
The wrecker.
the wrecker,
the skater,
the skater,
The crusher.
the crusher,
the smusher,
the smusher.
The smisher.
No, that's like repeating her.
The banger.
The banger,
the hanger, the jumper,
the jumper,
Oh, the dancer.
the dancer. No one's afraid of the dancer.
the twerker.
The twerker,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, and then with the last second win, give it up for Weirdo.
Dare Twerk it.
That's funny, the twerker.
Do a little
I-
Tina from Bob's Burgers action.
Right?
That's fine.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
Tina.
fantastic.
Oh,
Excellent job. So that was the last word.
There we
Well
go.
done. Well done.
I haven't lost the last word in a while.
That's
Wow.
true. Speaking of words, I came across a list of 4 words and phrases that make you sound immature at work. And when I came across this list, I was like, shit. Because I know I'm going to use these. I know that I victimized myself in saying this kind of shit all the time.
Yeah.
Cursing
I love
all
that
the
you even
time.
just said, speaking of words.
Yeah,
It
good
was a
segue.
good it was, though.
Yeah,
Because
thank
it's
you.
about words.
So if you were to guess what would be on this list of the 4 words or phrases that make you sound immature at work, what would they be? Give me one example.
Is it words like using like, or is it just words like boobies?
Like is actually the number one thing that will make you sound immature. It's not necessarily the word like, it's filler words in general.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah, Weirdo, do you have any filler words that you catch yourself saying all the time?
I think I do a lot of ums.
A lot of ums,
You
yeah.
know, a lot of
I'm guilty of so. And that's not a comment. I'm like, so blah 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 blah. So blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
I even catch myself in text messages. I'm like, I just started all 5 of those sentences with the word so
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and.
Yeah, so you got to catch yourself from doing
Right.
that. I used to be victim of saying and shit after everything. So much so where my friends would do impersonations of me and it would be verbatim. They'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, so I'm going to the store and shit. I just, woke up and shit. I was stuck with me for years.
You know what I was also super guilty of? Because New York, and it became my nickname, F-bomb.
F-bomb.
They call me F-bomb because I would say every single other word.
Right.
Like I say I used to use fuck like a comma.
Yeah. So, anyways, when you're always using saying things like like, and other fill-in words, it could be a problem. Doing it once in a while is natural, but if you're using them so much, people will notice the pattern. That's bad. It'll make you seem immature at work. All right. Number 2 on this list is business jargon. When you use business cliches, it comes off as forced.
Oh,
Like-
synergy.
Synergy, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, is the number 1 word on this list.
Oh,
What you
okay.
don't want to say.
Yes.
I don't even know what that
Bandwidth.
means.
Oh, it's you gotta get things to work together, and this way they're gonna have synergy.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Right. Yeah. In fact, actually, I might want to save the last 2 for on air, but
It's as cliche as think outside the box,
Right.
right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I just want you to think outside the box.
Yep, that's on this list as well.
Yeah.
So avoiding those cliches will definitely make you seem more mature. Circle back, bandwidth, think
Circle
outside the
back.
box,
Yeah.
synergy, shit like that.
Yeah.
All right. Saying asides. Like if you're giving a presentation or speaking in a meeting, straying off topic too much comes off as unprofessional. So
I'm
not saying
so guilty of
asides.
that. Our derby meetings. I mean, I got my vice president and everybody else being like, weirdo, we're here. I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry.
I think we're all guilty of that to a
Right.
certain extent. I know I'm always trying to pull him back in.
Right.
Sometimes where I'm like, hey, we're talking about this right now. Because I bust his balls where he's so knowledgeable about things that we'll bring up. Say if it's something he's passionate about, he'll give an example and then beat you over the head with 10 more examples.
Right.
He had me at the first example. right? And so this is one thing.
He's like, we have to work on your economy of words.
Economy of words.
That's right. That should be
Yes,
on that
word
douchebag
economy.
list as well.
No, it's not a douchebag list. It's not a douchebag list. Why are you bagging on the list?
I'm saying economy of words is one of those things like synergy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
we need to work on your economy of words.
Well, I say word economy.
Either way.
For radio, that's very
He's correct.
Oh,
relevant.
fair enough.
Relevant expression.
But again, on a long car trip, sorry, you're getting the whole tail.
Right.
It's a tree branch.
And I don't
It's-
stop him on long
He
car.
does.
I just zone out
You just
and
zone
just
out.
get beat with words. You just
You just have fantasies of just, plowing onto the other side of the highway and getting in a head-on collision and just ending it all.
Yeah.
So
what
funny.
would
It's like,
stop
if
this
I-
car?
If I swerve enough, he'll get the passenger side and I might survive.
Right.
If I hit that homeless person, maybe they'll be distracted long enough to shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. All right, we got 8 seconds before we get back on the air.
All right.
All right,
good.
so we got 5 seconds. All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, the podcast broadcast, the only podcast that's live on the radio. Being joined by in-studio superstar Weirdo of the Copper State Derby
Howdy.
League. Yes, who are doing their thing on Saturday.
Yeah, and you just said the 5 seconds before we came back on. That's how we started jam. The jam timer goes 5 seconds. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm like, oh, wait, there's not going to be a whistle. Just kidding.
yeah.
Just kidding.
They give you 5 seconds and then you go.
Correct.
Right.
Oh,
Correct.
interesting.
Yeah.
See, I was following it and going to a lot of derby matches back in the day to where I knew the sport well and gets, it's easy to spot the jammers.
Right.
Those are the ones with the stars on their helmets.
Correct.
And then racking up the points, and the point system is similar to what?
So basically, the jammers, they got to get through what we call the pack first. That's the group of blockers, which there's 4 blockers for each team. They
Right.
got to get through once. That's called the initial pass. So
Yeah.
that is now you can score the points. So you come back around the track, and then every player from the opposite team that you pass their hips with your hips is a point. And there's 2 jam refs on the inside of the track, and they're each assigned a team's jammer, and they're just watching that. And so you can score up to 4 points per pass.
Nice.
So if you've got a jam that you're the lead jammer, because there's a lead jammer who can call it off or keep going. So if you've made it out of the pack and that other jammer's struggling, you can just go round and round. I mean, I think my highest scoring.
I was about to say, give me your bragging rights right now.
I
What
think
is the
my-
highest you scored
I
in
think
one
my
match?
highest jam, just
Yeah,
jam.
highest jam.
So this is in 2 minutes or less. I think it's 26 points.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
nice.
was a good
That's a
one.
lot.
I
Yes.
was tired. I needed a nap after that one because it really is. You're trying to push through. When you got 3 or 4 people together blocking you together, that's hundreds and hundreds of pounds that you're
Yeah.
trying to push through. And I weigh 118.
Yeah.
So I got to get
That's
a
a
little.
humble brag as well. We
Yeah.
had a couple humble brags all
I
at
mean,
once.
okay, fine. It's good. I just got to, for my strength is speed and juking and a little bit of jumping. I like to do apex jumps. That's where you're on the curve. You actually start inbounds, you jump over out of bounds and then land back inbounds.
Oh,
And
neat.
that is apex jumps. That is the rock star move. You kind of look like Mario while you're doing it.
Nice.
It's a good time.
And
Nice.
all on skates.
All
Yeah.
on skates, 8
All-
wheels. I put on the wheelie shoes and I hit my friends.
Nice. That's Weirdo from Copper State Derby League. They present the roller derby bouts of Freddy versus Jason. That's the theme event. It's
Yep.
happening this Saturday at the Eric Michael Ogden Park. I said Ogden Skate Park. I'll read later.
It's next to Catalina High School.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the flyers on my Beef Vegan page. So
Nice.
if you follow at Beef Vegan on Instagram or Facebook, you'll get more information there, and then we'll see you out there this Saturday. We're gonna take a quick break. Be back with your beef tip right after this. Clear.
Wow, we're done already.
I know it flies by. I'll finish this list real quick just because I don't want to be OCD about it.
Take this crap out of our headphones.
Yeah, sorry. Commercials.
Commercials.
Commercials. So we did the business jargon. We did the aside, staying on topic. So the last thing is hedging words. Okay.
What's that?
So if you want to seem reasonable and not offend people, but when you hedge your opinions with words like kind of, I guess, just, or even I think, it shows a lack of confidence and maturity.
Yeah, you don't want that. With all
Yeah.
due respect, that's always another one you can get away with, right?
I like the emails. Like there's those TikToks where it's like, how do I turn fuck you into professional speak? Like
Yes.
I love those. Like in regards to my last email that you clearly didn't read, you moron.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Those
a
are
good
great.
question for our streamers. In the comments, please give me your most professional fuck you without saying fuck you. I need this because I just had an email exchange with a record label rep, and they basically canceled a little interview I was going to do. And I wanted to respond back with fuck you, but I want to be professional at the same time because I have other things I want to do with them in the future. So what's a good professional fuck you? That's the question I'm asking.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm going to get ready here for our beef tip and more with Weirdo. But first, in case you missed our morning moron, and went a little something like this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's 6:15. Time for your morning moron. Let's do this. All right, so on Mother's Day, what did you get your mom, Powers?
Oh, a $50 gift card to Amazon with her on the phone, just requesting it.
Hey, at least she wanted that.
Yep.
I did the same thing for my mom in a way. I bought her like $100 bottle of perfume, what she told me she wanted. She was like, give me this kind of perfume.
Yep.
But in that way, when you get your mom exactly what they want, at least you nailed it. You know that they're going to be happy with whatever the gift it is.
Yeah.
In this case, for our morning moron, he's a 22-year-old named Jacob Small, and he lives in South Central Kentucky. That's the hard part of Kentucky, way down by the Tennessee border. So like super accenty Kentucky. And for Mother's Day this year, he decided to give his mom an Xbox controller. Now, if mom was a gamer, that'd be an excellent gift. Here you go, mom. It's all like purple and pink and, all feminine for you while you go and, shoot NPCs.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. She's not a gamer at all. So this was a gift, obviously, that he kind of got for himself, disguised as a Mother's Day gift. She was not happy about it. They start fighting, as you do, in the trailer in Kentucky. And things escalated. Escalated to the point where Jacob grabbed a 22 and shot at his stepfather. And when he shot his stepfather, he accidentally hit his mom.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, luckily, her injuries are described as non-life-threatening, but he basically gave her a hospital stay for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And shooting his mom because of a dispute over a terrible Mother's Day gift.
Over his stupid gift.
Yes.
Like,
exactly. Him being selfish.
yes.
There's a picture of Nathan's mugshot in our stream that we'll be sharing
he's
later
young.
on. He's 22 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing, right?
It's the morning moron.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game there, Powers.
Wow.
So yes, buying yourself an Xbox controller, disguising it as a gift for your mother on Mother's Day, and then getting mad and shooting your mother when she was disappointed over it definitely makes you a morning moron. Let's hit the reset. We'll have music on the way from I Prevail and Incubus, plus a whole lot more. It's Beef Vegan Presents Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. So I said, I don't know if you noticed it. I said Rock 102.1 slower that time. That's the main takeaway that I'm getting as far as feedback. They're loving everything else, the consultant and everything.
Yeah.
You just say, I'm saying 102.1 too fast. And Mac, my boss, is just convinced that if people just knew what station they were listening to, my ratings would go through the roof. So I need to say 102.1 or 102.1 so many times. It's ad nauseum. And I'm like, I think that's kind of productive, guys. I think they fucking know. I think the KFMA has been an institution in this town for 30 plus years, but
it also shows up on your radio the whole time you're listening.
Yeah, but it wasn't too long ago that they switched from 92.1 to this.
That's true. A lot of people still get that confused.
I still say 92.1.
That's true. See, so it's people like you that lead
I know.
the argument.
I'm out there ruining it for everybody. It's fine.
You fucked it up, weirdo. Real quick. These comments were great, by the way. The ones I shared on the screen were my favorite. We believe Kyle's was the best. I appreciate your thoughts, but I don't think you're hearing me.
That was good.
Yeah. And then
and now I know what's up if he says it to me about something we're discussing kid stuff.
I was gonna say.
So you just outed yourself, sir.
That's funny. Yeah, he's gonna use that to you later. And then the contract status is it's in corporate's hands. I'm waiting for the update, but all looks good. We'll see.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. Right. So we got your beef tip. I'd like to thank Weirdo again for coming in. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great event this Saturday.
I'm hoping
and I know that we'll have you in studio again. You're a blast.
Awesome. Thanks.
Right, no problem. All right. So here's our beef tip, and we are on. Rock 1 2.1. That's all the time we have for the show. I'd like to thank everybody for listening and checking out the podcast broadcast on the Facebook page, youtube.com/beefvegan, where you can subscribe. And I'd like to thank our in-studio guest, Weirdo, from the Copper State Derby League. And their event is this Saturday. So get more information. You can find that on my Facebook page as well, or just follow Copper State Derby League to get caught up on all the great
Yes,
Derby
thank
action.
you.
And I get to
Appreciate
call some of the action.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Powers will be there as well. So before we leave you, I'd like to give you a beef tip. Now, according to a recent study, they found out that wives who cheat are more likely to own cats than any other pet. And this is legitimate. Over 22% of unfaithful women own a cat. So if you're planning on gifting your woman a pet this year, buy her a dog. That's your beef tip. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. Riley's up next. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of
Rick
beef,
typing.
soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Well, I think the reason why Kyle's